It's been almost 3 years since the crash that killed Brad and Krista Howe. What goes through your mind as you think back to that night?
Mainly what I could have done different to prevent myself from making the mistake I made. Just like, of course, if I could go back in a heartbeat, I'd change the decision I made. I would have, taken the proper precautions to not put myself in a position like that where I felt the need to drive home or drink and drive. Yeah, it's mainly my biggest turmoil. It's just wishing I could take that back, what I've done. So.
How has the crash impacted your life and others?
It's impacted my life drastically. My whole life path has changed completely. My outlook on life and my outlook on drinking in general, not just drinking and driving, but drinking specifically. And like now I live a sober life. I haven't drank since the accident occurred. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't wish I could change what I've done and think about how I can improve my life and improve others' lives to learn from what I've done, share my experience, I guess, or not share it, but educate others and try and prevent people from making the same mistake that I did. Well, it's completely changed me and my morals and how I see things. I don't take things for granted anymore. I don't live as selfishly as I did before, or irresponsibly.
You say that you didn't feel impaired that night. What would you recommend to other people about drinking and driving?
As I said before, don't risk it. It's not worth it. There's no positives that come out of it. No matter how, if your life's that tough that you're tight for money or whatever and you can't afford a cab home, then you shouldn't be able to afford to go out and drink that night either. Just make an unselfish decision, conscious decision not to do it, and plan ahead. Don't go out that night with no plan to get home. That's pretty much it. And that it can happen to anyone, that it doesn't matter how experienced a driver you are, how experienced you are as a human being in general, and how responsible you are. It just takes one bad decision and you're living with it for the rest of your life.